Line. Starts with an off-pace delivery into the pad, so decent. Right, they're on chase, far away. Heavy reliance perhaps on Rizwan with the bat. Matt Henry with the ball. Babar Azam at the top. Where will he be allowed to bat? Mitch Santner. What can he do with his troops? That's the question I had for you, actually, Ramiz. Who opens the batting? With Bubba. Who opens the batting?
Yeah.
Is not allowed to.
It's a good one. Can they risk Rizwan? Rizwan has been batting so well in the middle order. Maybe Saud Shakil, who bats at number 3. Saud Shakil is a pretty decent player. Pace bowling as well. He's excellent against spin. How good is that? Bullet-like drive. It's just an incredible innings from Phillips, and they don't have an answer how to control him. This happened during the triangular series, and he featured heavily in that series against Pakistan, particularly in the slot looking for a Yorker. Full toss, trail for 4. This guy's built like a tank. He's got some serious gas and power.
There was a time, I think I'm correct in saying, he was doing 800 push-ups a day. Yep, Glenn Phillips. 800 a day.
Did you time that, or was there a release on the time?
I'll have a bit more time to talk about it now, actually, because that's an awful one down the leg side. He's got a real interest in photography now. He likes to keep himself very busy. He's always tinkering with things. Great interest in photography, but it would pass the time of day, keep him fit. Something silly like 800 a day. You don't have any in your lifetime?
It's a lifetime. That's how long it would have taken me. Push-ups, definitely one of the most overrated exercises.
Not far for your chest to get to the floor, though, actually, the size of that.
Not as bad as the burpee, though. That thing there is horrible.
It's a self-inflicted pain, that. I'm not too sure about that.
Toe into the bat. He wants Latham to come back for 2, put pressure on, he will. And dropped at the bowler's end. So, pressure on the fielding side. Good from Latham at 115, still wanting to run for his mate at the other end.
And Ramiz, you were begging the question before about the run chase. The feature has to be to come running Pakistan at New Zealand. They have to be in that mindset and that mode, that it can't just be about hitting 4s and 6s. New Zealand have been superb for some time now.
Yeah, it's been an all-round performance. Not only 4s and 6s, but the way they've paced this innings and the way they've stolen these 1s and 2s. It's been a brilliant package, a wholesome effort.
Straight up, should be taken, is taken. Fakhr Zaman with the catch and the end of a partnership, but it's been a brilliant one from New Zealand's point of view as Phillips goes.
Yeah, you can't fault him because it really has been one hell of a knock. 61 of just 39. And New Zealanders had positioned themselves for a Phillips blitz. And, well, the idea was right. All he had to do was to maybe middle it a bit more, and he's absolutely disgruntled. But he's got to go after playing a fantastic innings of 61 of 39, 316 for 5 New Zealand.
Michael Bracewell, 2 deliveries remaining. call him Beast. It's a long ball. 2 opportunities. Average just under 40 and a strike rate of 115 across a short career.
Wanted it to get past Fakhar Zaman. Fakhar Zaman gingerly across. Held on to that one.
Over to you, Mr. Latham.
Yeah, just quickly getting back into predicting what the run chase looks like. The power play is through the phases of play is the most significant when you're in the run chase. If you're 3-4 down, you blow your chances from the get-go. So preservation of wicket, relying on the fact that under lights here, the wicket's not going to get any worse. It may not get a lot better, but it's certainly not going to get worse. So trusting your middle order. We've seen, you know, that wonderful partnership just more recently against South Africa here at this very venue. A couple of big hundreds in the middle. Even just 100 you'd take. Someone to set and forget the whole innings. The rest will bat around them. Challenge for me would be Babar Azam really rising tonight.
There's a gap legs. Oh dear. Oh, well done, well done. Might come back for 3 in the end, but it could easily have been 4 with a little misfield. Bra doing the clean-up work. And that will mean a nice round number from New Zealand's point of view of 320 and 113 coming off the last 10 overs. Losing only 5 wickets in the process. It'll take some doing for Pakistan. They need 321.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It'll be an unbelievable run chase if it is achieved this evening. Pakistan have done it before. It's their home venue. They're defending champions. They need to get on the scoreboard in this competition. The huddle, where it's all said. Can they be defiant enough to perform this evening in front of their home crowd?
Yeah, it's about getting the grey matter in and getting the extraneous stuff out of your brain. Make sure that you handle this sensibly. Partnerships, pace, 5 and over, maybe 6 and over to start with, and then playing the middle phase of the innings cleverly. How well they bat against the spinners really will define the outcome of this contest for Pakistan.
Well, team chat done before they go into the dressing room from Pakistan's point of view, and this is how things transpired. New Zealand sent into bat. It was a brilliant 100 from Will Young. First one away from New Zealand, 107 from 113. He lost Conway and Williamson back-to-back, 39 and 40 when they were out. And Mitchell not long after. I mean, a fantastic partnership with Tom Latham. And then Latham and Phillips putting the icing on the cake at the back end.
Not a great deal of joy there for the Pakistani bowlers. Only Abra, bowling his current balls, was able to hold down an end just under 5. The rest are over 5s. And even when you look at Harris Ralph, 8 as a key strike bowler. They were going all around the park for some clever batting.
Well, the tail of the tape. First 10 overs, relatively quiet. New Zealand lost a couple, but just look at the acceleration. 45, then 55. 59 and 113 for 1 in the last 10. Simply brilliant. Right, let's go sideline. Ian Bishop, who have you got with you?
हेलो जी, क्या आपको भी मेरे पीछे गाड़ी नजर आ रही है? जी हाँ, बिल्कुल सही. मैंने ये ट्रेडिंग करके लिए.
And even when you look at Harris Ralph, 8 as a key strike bowler. They were going all around the park for some clever batting.
Well, the tail of the tape. First 10 overs, relatively quick. Right, let's go sideline. Ian Bishop, who have you got with you?
Will Young, your fourth ODI 100, your first away from home. What does this mean to you?
It means a great deal. Obviously, started the Champions Trophy and getting underway like that is a special moment for me, but more importantly, the team managed to put together 320 when we were under the pump a little bit early when we lost those 3 early wickets.
How did you manage to accomplish that given the conditions? Speak to us a little bit about adapting to those.
Yeah, we talk about the importance of partnerships and the way that Tommy came out at 5 and we managed to sort of get the ball rolling, especially in between overs 20 and 30 perhaps. That was really key for us to get that momentum and the way they put the icing on the cake there at the end was brilliant.
As you look forward to defending this total now, what will be key for your bowlers?
Yeah, we'll have to see how the wicket behaves. We found that it was really difficult when the bowlers bowled a really good length, just back of a length. It was difficult. And with spin as well, when they slowed it up, the ball could get stuck in the wicket and just turn a fraction too. So hopefully conditions don't change too much and we can put pressure on them early.
In a word, is this the best of the 4 you've scored?
I would have thought so, yeah.
Congratulations.
Cheers, Bishop.
More than one word, but a brilliant innings from Will Young. So that is what Pakistan need. It's the opening encounter of the ICC Champions Trophy for 2025. And the host nation will need 321 runs from their 50 overs. Their chase after a short break and some mid-innings chat.
Historic ICC Champions Trophy.
But that's disappeared by some margin.
Bowling, beautiful wrong in. Williamson on his way, brilliant. Clever.
Day so far from Will Young. And Will Young writes his name into the history books.
One-day international century for New Zealand's keeper batter Tom Latham.
The Emirates Premium Economy seat. Economy. Perhaps they need to call it something else.
On his way to 61, a Latham special, and in the end, it was the highest score against Pakistan by any team in the ICC Champions Trophy. We told you that New Zealand, they always thrive when the spotlight is on them, and they've done exactly that at the end of 50 overs in match number 1 of the Champions Trophy 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cricket Live. My name is Suren Sundaram. I've got Sanjay Pangar, who's been in the Indian dressing room, both as player and as coach. That was a phenomenal performance from the Kiwi, Sanjay.
Absolutely brilliant. The batsmanship has now gone to another level and more so on subcontinent conditions. And that's where I feel that the way Will Young batted or Tom Latham, it was expected of what he would do. And Glenn Phillips, we've seen what he can do in the lower half of the innings, but boy, oh boy, what an innings at the top of the order from Will Young. And I'll be very disappointed that if this guy doesn't go on to score probably more hundreds than any other New Zealander.
That's a huge claim, Sanjay. But just take a look at this, because when you look at this New Zealand side, they've got a lot of experience playing in these conditions. They've just got a victory in that tri-series, and I'm sure that all that experience really helps.
Certainly helps, and ODI format is one where they've been doing really well, but the real confidence they would have gone and got was from the show that they did against India in the three-match test series, and that's where Will Young again was a phenomenal contributor in that historic series win. So players have developed well, and it's not only one or two. Mitchell has developed well, Williamson has developed well, and it's an entire batting unit coming together, which makes that 320 wasn't away from them, even though they lost a couple of wickets at the start.
How about the gentleman who got his 8th ODI 100, Tom Latham? Sanjay, mine goes back to that series when he toured India and got some great runs under his belt. But now he's becoming such a crucial cog for this Kiwi lineup in white ball cricket as well.
The situation that he came in must have helped him big time, because at number 5, if you get a chance to come in probably inside that 15-over mark, you can bat along, take your time, and that's what you require when you haven't scored a lot of runs. He had got 3 ducks in quick succession in the tri-series, but here he was. The pedigree was never questioned. It's just the form that was questionable. but the way he started and then the way he capitalized on his real strength. And his real strength is again spin, because he's one guy who can target different areas. And once he gets set, he can be a very, very dangerous batsman in the last 10 overs as well, because he's got a good range, he can play the lap shot well. So overall, a very well placed innings. And then he clearly understood that when the accelerator had to be pushed on, he did that with Glenn Phillips as well.
We take a lot of time and we put a lot of importance on all the research that we bring to you. We spoke about how, in cricket form, New Zealand are the best team when it comes to playing spin. Matthew Hayden was there on commentary, and man, Tom Latham almost felt that he swept his way to that 100.
He does that really well, and not only in one section. He plays the fine sweep, he plays the square sweep, he can play the slog sweep so well, and he can also reverse. So he's got this entire variation, entire basket of reverse sweep shot, and then that's what really disturbs the length and the rhythm of the spinners, because then those are perfectly good balls. If those good balls are going for runs, then the spinner says, hey, what I can do different, and that's where he plays on the mind of the spinner so much, and he capitalizes in that region between square leg and fine leg, where he gets maximum amount of runs, close to 72% of the runs coming in that region against spin.
Tom Latham got a century, but New Zealand were in a spot of bother. They had lost Devon Conway to Abrar, then they lost Kane Williamson. Very soon, scoring just 10 runs, Daryl Mitchell was back in the hut. How good was Will Young? Because he had to soak the pressure. Look, he's not their regular opener. It is Rachin Ravindra sometimes who comes to open with Conway. But to grab this opportunity at the biggest stage, what does it tell you about his character?
He is a player with enough talent and enough great temperament as well, because even in this innings today, what you saw was that he